On the bus, live, beaming from our studios here in Lagos, Nigeria. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Patience, and I welcome you to the lifestyle edition of The Buzz on Galaxy Television. Today's Thursday. It's the 12th of October 2023. How are you? Hope you're living the life and hope you're doing great. Regardless, regardless, be happy because life is precious. On that note, I said, draw closer. Let us all have a conversation this afternoon. You know, Thursdays are always, like a talk day on the show. Anyways, joining me at the table, it's a pleasure to bring back this week one of our regulars on Thursdays. He's always here bringing the male perspective into the conversation. It's a pleasure to welcome him back this week, Mr. Raphael Malik. He is a logistics and information technology expert, and he's also a data scientist. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Malik.
Good afternoon.
Great to have you here.
So, always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to have you here. You're welcome.
Thank you.
And of course, I have my friend, my sister, also joining us at the table this afternoon. She is the convener of the Singles Summit here in Nigeria, and she's done that for some years now. She's also a journalist. She's an author. She wrote the book Dear Singles. Yeah. And well, she joins us on Thursdays when she has the time. It's a pleasure to welcome Becky Olorunpomi to the show. Good afternoon, Becky.
Good afternoon.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Wag.
It's always my pleasure to be
Yeah, pleasure to have you here. All right, you're wondering what's making me so excited. Nothing. The fact that I woke up this morning, I can move my hands, I can move my legs, I open my eyes, I can see. I'm good. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I get high on life, which is a good thing. Welcome to the show, viewers. The number to use will be on the screen. Oh, it's on the screen already. All right. Make use of that number to send in your comments and your contributions via text messages only. All right. So I know before anyone will ask me, where is Pastor Dolly? Pastor Dolly will not be making an appearance on this program until November. And that's because her birthday is just around the corner. 60th birthday is a big one. All right. And preparations are in topmost gear. All right. To make that day as memorable as possible. In fact, yesterday while talking to her, she has lost her voice. Okay.
Wow.
So that tells you, how, really in she's going with this preparation. So we're going to just give her the rest of
Lagos.
Yes, it's here in Lagos. Yeah, I'll send you the invite. Okay. All right. So we're all rooting for her. 60 is a good age to celebrate. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm not even offended. Let her take her time. Just do what she has to do. But she'll be back next month on the show. I'm just saying because I know people will ask. Okay. So let's get that out of the way.
Hope there's no
There's no Ashoibi actually, but there's a color code.
Okay.
I'll send you the invite as well.
No.
Okay, so if you're just joining us, once again, it is the lifestyle edition of The Buzz. This is where we discuss issues bordering on relationships, on marriages, on family life, parenting, art, every other thing, on how we live our lives. And we're starting by reacting to this video that went viral yesterday on social media. Very shocking video to many. To many, it might be funny. To many, it might be stupid. It depends on how you view this video. But this is about a woman who asked her husband to buy her an expensive wig. According to her, it is not 1 million naira wig. It's not 500,000 naira wig. It's just 350,000 naira. And the husband refused, and she reacted to that by pouring a bucket of water on their matrimonial bed. Very interesting video to watch, okay? Let's go take a look. Let me not talk too much. Let's go view the video. When we come back, you have our reactions.
mi láti gbọ́ bó ṣe ṣe yìí o mi láti ṣe ṣe yìí o mo ti ń bá ìsìn látàrí torí wíìgì oṣù kan wàá máa ṣe bí mi láìkẹ́ o.
kí ló tó fídíò mi.
ìṣe ní fídíò ẹ mo fi àtàrí fídíò káwé kí gbogbo ayé rí mi láìkẹ́ kí ló máa ṣe náà ìmọ́lẹ̀
ṣọ́rọ̀ kọ́bì lè ṣe ni.
kí ló máa ṣe náà ó máa ń da omi síbẹ̀ di. tó kọ̀ tí Pico ṣe bá. Tí má bẹ̀rẹ̀ sẹ̀ ẹ má ní mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ o. Ó dẹ̀ ń jọ mi sí bẹ́ẹ̀ torí wíìgì oṣù torí wíìgì.
Mi ò béèrè kan tó pọ̀ jù. Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ mi lo wíìgì. Mo ní pé kó ra wíìgì fún mi béèrè kan tó pọ̀ jù. Mi béèrè kan tó pọ̀ jù lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ mi lo wíìgì ra wíìgì fún mi olóòní rẹ̀. Ó wá dé wá ló fẹ́ fún.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ta fẹ́ sùn ló ń dábẹ́ ilé rẹ̀. Kí ló ṣe? Ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbà kò sí wàhálà. Ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbà kọ́ mo dára ní kò sí wàhálà. Ó da mi sórí bẹ́ẹ̀.
Mọ́mí!
Ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbà gọ́ọ̀ṣì yìí.
Má lọ Sarah! Má lọ!
Mọ́mí ibi tẹ́ máa sùn sí.
Ẹsẹ̀ kọ́ fún lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì yẹn náà. Ikú ló bẹ́ẹ̀ kájọ wá sùn sí.
Mọ́mí.
Ṣé o ní sìn? Ibodè ká kìíní wa máa lọ lọ́ọ̀dà lẹ̀ yìí.
Kájọ wá sùn.
Máa lọ lọ́ọ̀tì máa fẹ́ lẹ̀ yìí.
Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ mi lo wíìgì.
Mi ní fọwọ́
Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ mi ló lo wíìgì ńlá ló lo wíìgì olówó ńlá. Láwíìgì olówó ńlá fún mi kan tí mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ mi béèrè kan tó pọ̀ jù lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ra wíìgì olówó ńlá fún mi. Èmi náà fẹ́ lo wíìgì, èmi náà fẹ́ jọyàn láyé. Ra wíìgì fún mi ò lè ló máa rà. Ṣáwọn èèyàn kan ló lo wíìgì 500,000 ló lo wíìgì 1 million. Ṣé mo béèrè wíìgì 1 million? 360,000.
Ìmọ́lẹ̀ ṣe fídíò káwọn máa rí.
Ọwọ́ mi lójú.
Àwọn èèyàn ń wẹ̀ o.
Ọwọ́ mi lójú.
Ó dẹ̀ ta ó dá omi sórí bẹ́ẹ̀ torí wíìgì torí bọ́ọ̀sì lọ fò tó ń gbé kiri báwo ni. Màá kò lè mí ní fọ́ọ̀kù ẹ̀.
Mọ́mí kò wá ní ìgẹ̀dà mi sórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì.
Mi wà ní
Ìgẹ̀dà mi sórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì. Mọ́mí.
Ní ìbéèrè kan tó pọ̀ jù. Bí ìbéèrè kan tó pọ̀ jù. Èló ní 360,000 naira. Èló ní 360,000. Àwọn èèyàn kan ló lọ wíìgì 2 million.
Má wọ̀ rí i.
Èló ní 360,000.
Ìbọ̀lẹ̀ ká kiri wa.
Ó wà lórí dáínì.
Wàá ṣubú bí o máa wo.
Ó wà lórí dáínì.
Má lọ sọ ọ̀tẹ́ẹ̀lì.
Dáàdì bò lẹ́ ń lọ.
Má wọ̀ rí i.
Ilé ẹ̀jẹ̀ kó máa lọ. Lọ bá wọn àlè ẹ máa lọ. Tí o bá gbé kámẹ́rà òṣùjú kó ẹ bá fọ etí ẹ̀ fún ẹ. Tí o bá gbé kámẹ́rà burúkú kó wájú mi.
Mọ́mí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gínú kó lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì.
Kí ni mo béèrè? Ṣé mo ti béèrè nǹkan tó pọ̀ jù ni? Ó wá dé wá ní òun fẹ́ sùn. Ibo ló fẹ́ sùn sí? Ibo ló fẹ́ sùn sí?
Mọ́mí kò wá ìgbẹ́jà mi sórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì.
Kó yẹ kí dání sórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì ìgbà dáadáa.
Mọ́mí. Ẹ gbọ́lẹ̀.
Ó wá dé wá lò. Píkú ẹ̀rọ ra. Ìjọba má ṣubú máa lọ. Má ṣubú máa lọ. Wọ́n ló ń fẹ́ sí. Má ṣubú.
Mọ́mí kò wá ìgbẹ́jà mi
Àníkù má
sórí
ṣubú máa lọ.
bẹ́ẹ̀dì.
Má fọ etí ẹ̀. Má ṣubú máa lọ. Máa lọ. Filẹ̀. Ta ló máa bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣí gèètì?
Dáàdì.
Ta ló máa bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣí gèètì? Òní lọ kankan.
Dáàdì bò lẹ́ ń lọ.
Ta ló máa bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣí gèètì? Ta ló rú ẹ̀ tó gbé síbi tó máa bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣí gèètì?
Dáàdì bò lẹ́ ń
Lálẹ́
lọ.
ṣòtìrí.
Daddy, you don't have to do this. Daddy, please, don't go. Oh my God. Daddy, Daddy, want love Coco. Daddy, want love Coco now. Daddy, please, don't touch her. Mom, Daddy, Joe. Daddy, Joe now. No, Daddy, no. Daddy, I'm not going to go. Daddy, you are not going anywhere. Daddy, I'm not going to go.
With us first, apologies to our non-Yoruba speaking audience, all right, because the entire video was in Yoruba language, all right, and then again, it is not a skit. This actually happened, all right. This is somebody's wife, and this was her reaction to her husband saying he will not buy her the wig she requested, which according to her was not 1 million, was not 500k, just 350k. After all, there are people who buy 2 million naira wig and more. Anyways, let's have our reactions to this issue. We'll start with you, Becky. Seeing this video, how do you react?
You know, when I saw that video and I saw people's comments. What came?
You saw the video before now?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I saw yesterday.
Okay.
And what came to my mind was, I don't think that woman is mentally okay. Because, yeah, like it has been established, it's not a skit. So, and why I said she's not okay is that I normally say something that many are mad, only few room.
So, and when we talk about mental issues, it's not until when you go out, all the
Stark
way.
naked and all that.
Hallucinations from some things you say. If you see the end of that thing, later on she accused the guy of hitting her with stick, biting her.
At the end of the video.
You understand? And I'm like, no. And the moment she poured that water on herself on that bed and still sat on that
on
bed,
the wet bed.
they were not normal thing. Yeah, people can be nasty, can be crazy, but I have had some cases, as in classic cases, to know when someone is having some of those issues. You won't know until you start interacting with them, and then sometimes they will be.
And then they appear normal. They
very,
dress well.
Very normal. Very normal.
Mm-hmm.
But you will see that, and she made a statement that I also want to become somebody in life. And you will wonder,
by wearing a wig,
350,000 naira a wig, is that what will make you someone like to have a purpose in life? You know, something like that. You know that you need to have encounters with people. Do you know cutting your hair sometimes is expensive?
I just have to ask.
I've seen people, women, ladies who cut their hair 50, 25K.
It depends on what you're doing.
So
yes.
It's also expensive. And you will see the wig she's wearing. I don't know how much that costs, but that is also like, it looks like an expensive wig.
It looks good.
You will see the environment, you will see that she looks like that, okay. And I don't know the family, you will be surprised she even has something she's doing she has that money in her account. She might have that money in her account. But because if it's a mental case, a mental issue, something will just trigger it and it will just flimsy thing. I've seen someone who says because she gave birth, nobody came to say hello to her, then she started misbehaving.
Okay, so for you think this is a mental case?
I think so.
That woman is not okay altogether.
She's not
all right, Mr. Malik. What is your reaction? You've got to comment on that. All right. That video was just too interesting for you not to comment on.
Okay, so I'm going to start from a very sensitive position to my fellow men out there. It's almost going to be difficult for me to tell you that I've not practiced this. There is that need for you to understand your partner as a man. Mentally, physically, emotionally. Because I can remember an experience of somebody that told me one time. He called his wife and the wife started ranting. I think, no, she was not a calling, saying all sort of things, very, not so much of ranting, but on a very high tone. And you know what he said to her? It's all right, calm down. I'll call you back when you're okay. It's like they poured water on her and she
calmed down.
About 2-3 hours later when he called, she was not thanking him. Because see, that woman seems not to be okay.
I don't think she's okay.
There's this image where they use in measuring the level of sanity. There's a water in a bathtub, filled up, and they now give you a bucket, a spoon, and a bath. You put it inside. They will ask you what's the best method to empty the water. So your choice determines your level of sanity.
Your level of sanity.
Of course, nobody wants to choose a spoon. But if you choose any of those choices, it will give you a seat. Because the best solution is to remove the plug in
and
the
then
tub
it just
and water
drains.
Yeah. So if you choose the bath that is biggest, it will give you a seat.
And you'll be shocked.
Because you have a level.
You will be shocked.
You understand?
Yes.
And most people are not so aware because of pressures, because of society pressure, influence everywhere. Because I can tell you that woman is coming from somewhere where she has been almost brainwashed by friends that have influenced her, either by on the phone or somewhere. That can you tell me with all these cars you guys have, this house you are living, your husband cannot buy you a week of that amount, and
350.
Ordinary 350, your husband cannot buy you that week, she has been brainwashed to an extent. So it's almost like saying,
I think there's also an issue of inferiority complex there
Definitely.
where you
Definitely.
feel until you wear a wig of a certain amount before you are somebody.
Yes.
From her
You know,
statement,
that
yeah.
it's really a very thwarted mindset for you to feel that it is a wig that brings out your image and personality that makes you who you are. You know, it's something to think about. Really.
It is.
Because if that man, for example, has that level of understanding of his partner, you know, that dimension where you understand that, listen, when my partner goes out of what I know it to be,
then maybe
you
there's
want
something
to
wrong.
care extra to say
Something is
happening
wrong.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. I had someone told me of a case of his mother-in-law that called wife, and she was talking. So I raised you guys, and I wasn't a witch, but now you guys are grown, and I suddenly become a witch. And what happened, mommy? And your brother got married. He didn't tell me. He had kids. He didn't tell me. This is a brother that they were still begging to go and marry.
So he's not even married.
So he's not even married. And the mother is saying, so when the husband heard,
Hallucination.
he just told her, your mom is hallucinating. So take her. But they didn't know. If the husband had not had experience of that, he wouldn't know. But so when the woman said, mommy, no, but you know this guy is not even, she said, no, don't make me look like a mad woman. I'm not mad. I don't know what I'm saying. Did somebody tell you this guy is married, or you saw him and say, no, he's married, he has kids, her son, you know? And she was already saying that, and this was a normal woman who raised plenty children. But the husband knew that this is not ordinary again. So
all right. Thank you for
that.
hitting on that, because that is just taking us to another angle that is very important. The fact that as much as we talk about, you know, taking care of our health, taking care of our well-being, still mental health, you know, is still very downplayed in our society. Up until when the person actually takes everything off and runs into the street or the market, that person is still okay, regardless of whatever the person does. We are not very proactive when it comes to issues like that. Look, listen to me. If that woman acted that way beside me, I won't take her as a mad woman. I'll just take her as she's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, not as in she's mad,
Yeah.
but like, why are you doing all of this because of a wig?
Yeah.
Nobody will really look at it from the perspective of maybe she's dealing with a mental health issue,
I
which
think
is a
they
possibility.
Highly.
Because I mean,
Highly.
how is it normal for you to pour water on the bed you are going to sleep on that night as well, and then pour it on yourself, and then you sat on the water, and then you came down, then you fell down because of the water. You know, all of this because of
those are signs.
like
that's signs.
yeah, very
and
very
then to make it look so
very huge signs.
That's why
yeah.
it's almost like it's a skit, not real.
Yeah.
But then it's not a
But I
skit.
don't think it's
Now
a
that
skit,
you
really.
know it's not a skit, and the husband is dragging away, that's bad part. Also.
Kudos
He
to
might
that
not
man.
even know.
Kudos to the man that he didn't even
Hit her,
overreact.
you know.
Yeah, some men would have been pushed to do some. I mean, pouring water on the bed, that was going the extreme,
Wow.
really. You know, so kudos to that man for keeping his cool.
I think if people can reach him, you know, I think they should help that man, at least to go for checkup.
Let's check up. Let's
Yeah.
check out and see
Yeah.
if she's normal.
Yeah.
I mean, look at her kids. They are grown. So
I think
the ones who
The
can see the video.
presence of those children tell me that thing has to be real.
Yeah.
Because their reaction as in so surprised, why are you pouring water
Why are
on
you
your
doing
bed?
this?
And they are shocked at what. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's a normal thing for her,
Yeah.
for the kids to be shocked. Mommy, why? But
Why are you doing
why?
this? Yeah.
Also, I think.
Well, it's not so much a big deal. They can spend the bed to get there. I can help them out.
All right, somebody here is reacting, says if the money she demanded is at hand, that is wishing the husband to give her at least to make her look more beautiful. This isn't even about looking beautiful. You know, for her, the wig is beyond even just looking good. It is what will give her, you know, like a personality.
Because if your husband says you can't afford the wig for now, it's not something you have from what she was wearing. Probably she has a good one, and you can give him a time, you know, sometimes, and allow everything calm down. And
I don't think it's even about affordability right now.
You understand?
You know, the husband could, perhaps he could afford that wig, But then he'll be like, what do you need it for? You know, there are instances like that. You don't need it.
Since she's wearing one, that means she has some.
That means she has some. She was wearing a wig from the start of that video. So it's not like she didn't have a wig at all. Like, it's been how many years I haven't put a wig on my head? And so, you know, like, I don't get it. If you can afford a wig, fine. If you can't afford a wig, it's fine as well. So this is why I actually believe it's a mental health issue, because for her to have taken it that seriously, you know, to the point where she was ready to, like Yoruba people will say. All right, I want us to go and take a look at that video again. All right, let's look at it again, because there are certain aspects of it that might be missing while we saw it the first time. Let's see it again, and then also to allow my other guest who has just come into the studio to take a seat at the table. We'll be right back.
mi láti gbọ́ bí ṣe yìí o mi láti bí ṣe yìí o mo ti ń bá ìsìn látàrí torí wíìgì òsì kan wàá máa ṣe bí mi láìkẹ́ o.
kí ló tó fídíò mi.
ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ fídíò ẹ̀ mo fi àtàrí fídíò káwé kí gbogbo ayé rí mi láìkẹ́ kí ló máa ṣe náà ìmọ́lẹ̀ ìmọ́lẹ̀ kí ló máa ṣe náà ó máa ń da omi sí bẹ́ẹ̀dì. tó kọ̀ tí pí kò ṣe bá.
mọ́mí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀.
tí má bẹ̀rẹ̀ sọ ẹ má ní mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ o. ó dẹ̀ ń da omi sí bẹ́ẹ̀dì torí wíìgì òsì torí wíìgì.
mi ò béèrè kan tó pọ̀ jù àwọn ẹgbẹ́ mi lo wíìgì mo ní kó ra wíìgì fún mi mi béèrè kan tó pọ̀ jù mi béèrè kan tó pọ̀ jù lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ àwọn ẹgbẹ́ mi lo wíìgì ra wíìgì fún mi olóòní rẹ̀ ó wá dé wọn ló fẹ́ fún mi.
bẹ́ẹ̀ tàbí ẹ̀sìn ló ń da bẹ́ẹ̀ lé kí ló ṣe. ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbà kò sí wàhálà ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbà kọ́ mo dára ní kò sí wàhálà ó da omi sọ́ni bẹ́ẹ̀.
mọ́mí
máa
lọ sẹ́yà máa lọ.
mọ́mí ibi tẹ́ máa sùn sí.
ẹsẹ̀ kọ́ fún ọ̀nà ìbẹ́ẹ̀dì yẹn lọ ikú rẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ kájọ wá sùn sí.
mọ́mí.
ṣé o lè sìn ibo ni ká kì mí wá máa lọ lọ́ọ̀dà lẹ́yìn mi máa lọ lọ́ọ̀tì máa fẹ́ lẹ́yìn fẹ́ wàhálà.
àwọn ẹgbẹ́ mi lo wíìgì
mi ní fọwọ́ pa
ẹgbẹ́ mi lo wíìgì láwọn lo wíìgì olówó ńlá láwíìgì olówó ńlá fún mi kan tí mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ mi béèrè kan tó pọ̀ jù lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ra wíìgì olówó ńlá fún mi èmi náà fẹ́ lo wíìgì èmi náà fẹ́ jọyàn láyé ra wíìgì fún mi ò dẹ̀ náà máa rà ṣáwọn èèyàn kan ló lo wíìgì 500,000 ló lo wíìgì 1 million ṣé mo béèrè wíìgì 1 million 360,000
ìmọ̀lẹ̀ ṣe fídíò káwọn ẹ̀ máa rí àwọn èèyàn ń wẹ̀ o ó dẹ̀ ta ó da omi sọ́ni bẹ́ẹ̀ torí wíìgì torí bọ́ọ̀sì lọ fò tó ń gbé kiri báwọn rí. màá kò lè mí ní fọ́ọ̀kù ẹ̀
mọ́mí wa ní ìgẹ̀dà sórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì ní ìgẹ̀dà sórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì mọ́mí.
ní ìbéèrè kan tó pọ̀ jù bí ìbéèrè kan tó pọ̀ jù èló ní 360,000 naira èló ní 360 àwọn èèyàn kan ló lọ wíìgì 2 million èló ní 360.
Wonders, like they say, shall never end. But then, to each his own. For some people, a wig is everything. But for some of us, food. You see this food ever?
Very important.
Very important. Okay, all right. Maybe that one I will fight for that one, but not a wig. never a wig. Anyways, I'm just trying to be funny. Well, let's welcome our third guest to the table. She's a Nollywood actress, and she's also an entrepreneur, and she does a whole lot of other good stuff. It's a pleasure to have Ini. Eno, I beg your pardon. Eno Udo, join us at the table.
Good afternoon,
Eno.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
All right, so you got here, you know, after we're finished with the wig issue. You want to say something in 20 seconds, quickly?
In 20 seconds, I think it's a sorry case. That woman needs to get her head checked. Yeah, because I don't see any reason in she arguing over a week. With the way the country is right now, you're fighting over a week. What about our children? Other things are there to be sorted out. Fighting over a week, I don't think it's an issue.
It's okay.
The husband should check her very well.
So I think there's a consensus at the table that this might have some bearing on somebody not being okay, you know, going cuckoo upstairs. So seriously speaking, if anybody who knows her is watching, let's go beyond, you know, what she has done, what she has said and all of that, and take this seriously. Can we have her checked, you know, just for the sake of it? She might be okay, but can we have her checked to be sure that she's not actually dealing with a mental health issue. A lot of people are bipolar, all right? 1 minute they are okay, the next minute they flare. I mean, there's this Nollywood actress, what's that her name again? The one, she destroys everything in her home, you know, when she has her episodes. Yeah, she has come out to talk openly about she's bipolar. She's divorced her husband like 2 or 3 times now. She divorces him. She comes out to, I'll try to remember her name now. She's very popular, dark, has 2 kids, I think 2 or 3 kids. You know, anytime she's having an episode, she come out to say the husband is after her life, going to kill her. She's done with the marriage, and then the next thing you hear, she's in the hospital, and then when she's fine, she comes back. Yeah, she comes back to apologize. So mental health issue is real. Like she literally breaks everything in her home, the TV, the fridge, the everything, destroys everything when she's having an episode, and then when she's normal again, then she comes out to apologize. So it is real. Let's have that woman checked to be sure all is well. I'll try and remember her name. I'll try. All right, someone here, Shola Aluko, says, please, is that video real or a scene in a movie? Regardless, a man needs absolute patience to deal with all situations. We also need self-control in all situations because the man can be harmed if he drives out at that time of the day. Exactly. Exactly. Anything could have happened. What if the man had reacted and the children were all there? What if as she slipped and fell, you know, something happened to her, you know, anything could have happened, and it was not a skit, all right? It's not a skit. Okay, now, I saw a piece of news this morning where a wife dragged the husband to court seeking divorce, and the man insisted that before he grants his wife divorce, the woman has to find him a new wife. We'll talk about that when we come back from this commercial break. Just stay with us.
Wait, he's still showing that he loves her because all those things he's actually listing out. He wants this, he wants that, he wants this back. I don't think that is his problem. I just think he's just looking for a way to still keep her. Then on the lady's side, I think I have to say something very different. I think she's not telling us what we need to know. Yes, she's not telling us. We are women. If we want to, we can hide something to enter grave self. You understand? So there are some medical, it's possible there are some medical things she's not actually saying, but she knows. So she needs to opt out before.
But then you can hold on to someone who really wants out of a marriage. Somebody wants a divorce, they want a divorce.
But you know what? Yoruba has an adage that cutting the head is not the solution to
a headache.
So people should understand what marriage is. I'm not talking about the extreme abuse, you know, but this kind of thing.
And again, we talked about 3 years.
Yeah, it's not a case of abuse.
2-3 years.
So that's what I said.
Was she ready before she really even entered into the marriage?
People should check this.
She didn't say 5 to 10
years. 3 years is not just to. I know we're looking at it like.
It was for better for worse, yes.
I know, right? I know, but if you're in a situation or an environment that doesn't serve you.
Violence was not incited, was not there.
If
violence was
3 years can be a lifetime. You get what I'm trying to say?
So. You will hardly see any marriage that doesn't have any issue.
Ups and downs, yeah, definitely.
But if everybody at the slightest provocation or slightest issue start getting out, even as single people, there are issues of life. As I'm saying, there are some cases that are extreme that you know, okay, for now you need to let it both go. But it's not at every opportunity of discomfort that you opt out of. There could be some solutions that could. So that's what I'm saying. I agree that if there are other things that are critical,
that has to do with violence.
That's what I'm saying. That maybe the judge or the magistrate would know how to probe better and understand these things. But based on these things, you can't actually say lack of respect,
lack of care, lack of respect.
She needs to still come out more and let us
know. Those are not even the issues because we can't even judge her for seeking a divorce. I mean, she decided to get married. She decided she's done. You don't judge people based on their decisions like that when it's got to do with their life. The issue here is this man wants a new wife as replacement for him to grant
just an excuse.
He said that for her to
stay.
Who does that?
Who the man doesn't need another lady to bring. He knows what to do.
If he wants to, he knows how to get her.
Maybe she has a good sister that's good looking too. Maybe
Oh, really? They didn't look at that area.
But anyways, we kind of overflog this issue because it's in court.
Yeah.
And judgment is next week Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious, sometimes those are the things that goes on when one of the partners, doesn't want to let go, but the other one is done. When you have issues like that, it can be really tough. But when somebody doesn't want, they don't want. You don't force.
Out.
But
you don't force those things.
When it comes to marriage, it's not just an
Yes,
individual thing.
I know, right? But then
you can't just say you want to enter and opt out at will.
sometimes it can be an individual
What if children
thing,
were involved?
especially if you are on the receiving side. If you are the one giving the abuse and he's the one receiving the abuse, it becomes an individual thing.
Those are cases.
The nature of the
So-
abuse we're talking about here, it's not almost. I could almost say there's no abuse.
How do you know?
She didn't point it out. She didn't bring it out.
We don't have. We don't have.
That's why I said she needs to say more. She needs to still let us know
Just
more
like I
what
said,
is happening.
There's something we don't know.
We don't know about. Yeah,
But
that's the
from
truth.
what we are seeing and hearing,
Yeah.
it's
Love
not
and
enough.
care.
Yeah.
When the man head is full,
That's
he's just giving
if we
looking
had
for money.
examples of the lack of respect, if you had an example of the lack of respect, there will probably maybe is a verbal or psychological
Yes.
abuse.
Anyways, I just found it hilarious. I think the man is not serious. My opinion. Because that's what I think. Because if your wife is asking for divorce and you're there saying she should give you a new wife and then return 160,000, for me, that is a man who is not thinking right. Because if truly you don't want your wife to divorce you or whatever, you say it in court. I still love my wife. I don't want to divorce. Say it clearly like that. For me, that will show that okay you still want to work on it. But then, what if she can come up with a new wife?
Oh, no,
Because it's possible.
Let me add to that.
What if?
Let me-
And what if she can actually pay you the 160? Then you give her a divorce. To me,
Maybe the man is giving
He's not
conditions
serious.
that he knows she can't meet.
No, what
he's not serious. To me,
No, but you know what I just thought from the way you pointed out. I think that man is truly not serious, and
He's not.
I think my thought has actually escaped me. He's not serious, and those excuses asking for are too lame and too.
you
stupid.
get those are
Too
not the
childish
issues.
to an
Yes,
extent.
yes, it's
You understand?
trying
They
to.
got married.
It's trying to,
you know,
trivialize the
Exactly.
issue. For me, that's
But like
what
I said, sorry, there's still more to this story that we don't know.
Anyways, well, let's wait for the judgment. It's just next Tuesday here. If we get an update,
More will be
we'll bring
revealed.
it on Thursday next week. Okay, our time is almost spent on the show this afternoon. But very quickly, another video that's trended so far this week and people are reacting to on social media is about a young lady who demanded for an iPhone 8 as a birthday gift from her parents. And in the video, you could hear her father and her mother denigrating this young lady. For instance, because of time, we have the video. We can play that while we are talking, but we don't have time to go take it. In the video, you could hear the father telling the young lady to go and sell her body to get an iPhone, if that's what she wants. He also stated that he has not seen anything that shows that his future is secured with the daughter. He also claimed that while other people are serious trying to get admission to study medicine in the university, his own daughter, who has not even gotten admission to study Yoruba, is here asking for iPhone 8. Also, the mother too waded into it and was also berating the lady and saying, why is it that you always give me pain, and all of that. Now, the conversation on social media, some people are in support of the parents, and saying, yes, parents should stand their grounds, to things like that, while other people actually empathize with the young lady. And I am one of those who empathize with the young lady, because my question really is, if my daughter wants an iPhone 8, who should she ask, if not her parents? You understand? If my daughter wants an iPhone 8, I think she should be able to tell me and say, I want an iPhone 8. It now depends on me to explain to her why she can have an iPhone 8, not necessarily to denigrate her. That is my own opinion. But then, very quickly.
Yeah, so when I saw that video, what came to my mind? Many things, but I'll just say maybe two. I agree with you because, see, whichever way you look at it, even from our forefathers, children can ask their parents anything. which the parents also might not be able to afford while they were asking. And so, like you said, so it depends on the parent to now enlighten them and say, you can't have this now. And I have even seen some parents who says, you know what, when you do this, then I can give you what you request for. You understand? Not to, bring her down.
Make them work for it.
And say, go and sell your body.
Exactly.
And do this. So that's leading me to the next thing I want to say, that, we need to learn parenting styles. You can't be using the analog style of those days to raise these digital children.
Gen Z children.
Yes, these children are digitally, as in they are, you can't use the analog. It won't rhyme. So you need to also upgrade your parenting style. I'm not saying you should indulge them, but there are ways you can caution, even self-punishment.
Exactly.
It will make them.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so very quickly, I'll just say the girl actually did nothing wrong in asking, because right now, if she didn't go to the parents, she'll go to somebody else outside, and those are the boys, and these are the same parents that will end up complaining that the girl went outside to date and do other things. So she made a very good step by going to the parents, for the parents to But what really struck me is, I think there is no close relationship between the parents and that girl, because if they don't want the girl to be open and be free, and if a child is not very free with the parents, I think she will hide a lot of things. So I think the parents should try and look for how they will bring that girl closer, and then talk to her and make her see reasons why she needs to take her school more important. Than after that, they can give her the world if she wants the world. Yeah.
Mr. Malik, quickly, sir.
You just took the word out of the mouth. The point is, how do you really connect to your children? It matters. Everybody has their own different type and ways of connecting to their children. So if your children don't have the confidence to ask you for anything, even if it's in the passing, in joke, in seriousness, they should be able to ask you for anything. It is left for you to break it down. This is what's going to happen. Yes, because if they are not able to assess you, they will get that access somewhere
outside,
and that can lead them somewhere you don't want them to be.
Thank you. All right. Okay. We don't have so much time. That's why we have to rush through it. But then the truth is, it's about how free are your children with you. I mean, I saw the young lady. That she's not like a toddler. Do you get? All right. So, and she was asking for that phone as a birthday gift. There was nothing wrong with asking. She just asked. She did not insist and say, look, you must give me an iPhone. Do you get? Like, I don't like the tone. Go and watch the video online.
I think the parenting style.
Yes, then the father went too hard on her to the point of telling her to go and sell her body to get an iPhone 8 if she wants an iPhone 8. Everything you do doesn't suggest that my future is guaranteed with you. For crying out loud, why are you basing your future as a parent on your... Do you get what I'm trying to say? In the first place.
That's what I'm saying.
Isn't it the child that it should be the other way around?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's parenting style, because the analog style is
all the things they were saying in that video was
come and take care of them.
No, you don't raise children like that these days. Okay, I know the economy is hard. A lot of parents are frustrated, and there are tendencies for parents to always pour those frustrations on the children. But let's take it easy. They are not the reason why $1 is 1,040 naira. Let's take it easy on these children. Let's be their friends. Let your children be able to ask you for anything. Your child can come and ask you for the international airport.
You understand?
But you as a parent, you turn it to a joke and then explain it.
I can't afford it now.
Yeah, that's why you are the parent. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming out today. Thank you, Mr. Mali. Thank you, Eno. Thank you, Becky. Thank you, viewers. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a good day.